everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 4 video. You join us from Hadfield on the lovely little Glossop line, which we're going to be showing off as part of the Dovetail event. So thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us another chance yet again to show off another route within Train Sim World. And I thought we'd do the Glossop line, as it's quite a sort of an underlooks line. It doesn't really get much attention. Yeah, it's a funny little line, so that is what we're going to be showing off. Let's just get straight in. Right, let's get all of these safety systems on. They sort of, it's just, I don't know, it's just sort of not a forgotten line, but it's just one of those routes where I don't think many people have this route. Or that many people sort of know it is a thing. But this route sort of, I think it was more sort of a filler route between Peak Forest and Train Sim World 4. As this route came out in, was it June the 27th? Something like that. It came out in June of 2023. And I think it was more of a filler route to sort of pass, get something out between Peak Forest and TSW 4. And I've got a feeling the scenery was done by Rivet as well, possibly. I've heard that from somewhere. So a bit like Cathcart Circle, where that was the scenery was done by Rivet, but it's still a DTG route. Ten more seconds and we'll get the doors shut. 30 seconds before departure. 20 seconds. Let's get them shut now. Not too good with this route. At least I know the speed limit's in some way. Not greatly though. Alright, let's go. So 15 to begin with. And again, this is the way I play. I like playing HUDless. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and some of you even watching might be like, oh, why is he playing HUDless? But it's just another way to play Train Sim World, and probably the best way to play Train Sim World, actually. A little brake test. Yeah, all working. I like to try and play in a nice realistic manner. Obviously, you could have all of this up, but I don't like having that. So yeah, that's what you get from me. A bit of HUDless gameplay, which you don't tend to see much of. So yeah, it's sort of a different way of playing the game. And we're forming 3 coaches. Let me flick to 3 on my little coach stop. There you go, 3. Little 3 coach. So another weird thing about this route is the fact we sort of have to go the wrong way to go the right way. Well, we don't actually have to, but we have to go all the way down to Glossop. We have to go down to Glossop, sort of down the hill, and then back up the same way to then loop round towards Manchester. To Manchester Picadilly. And actually the second time Manchester's been in the game. You've got Manchester Victoria on Northern Transpennine and Manchester Piccadilly on this route. Albeit there's not a lot going on at Manchester Piccadilly on this route, because well, this is the only route which goes modern day to Manchester. And nice and slow. So that's Dinting station there. So theoretically you can. There's like, I think there's 1 or 2 services which basically go, they just cut out Glossop and go straight through there. But no, we've got to go all the way down to Glossop to then go all the way back up. And go really slow as well. around the little triangle here. I'm just going to adjust the audio a little bit so that you can hear the train slightly better. There you go, should be better. It's quite a quiet train though, this one. The 323. And I believe Megasim may be doing a video on the event as well. He's doing the 323 on the Birmingham Cross City, which was sort of the first route to have the 323. And then that's the West Midlands one, and now this is the Northern one, which released a little bit later. Nice. So yeah, we'll be going down. Basically, we'll be going there, to the left there in a minute. We got to go down to Glossop first, and change ends and shut down this end, etc. So it's about 45 minutes an end-to-end run. So it's like not too short, but they're not too long. Like a lot of people when this route first come out were like, oh, that's quite a short run. But it is if you're just doing Piccadilly to Glossop, that's sort of half hour, but sort of the process of changing ends, going over to Hadfield, sort of adds in another sort of 10-15 minutes. So in total on this route it is 45 minutes, so end to end. Which I'd say is sort of like a almost perfect amount of time. Yeah, it's not too long, it's not too short. And if you do a return run, it's just shy of 2 hours. Wow. Ish. It's quite slow into Glossop. I think it was 15 possibly into the platform. Start slowing down for that. Here it is. Yeah, 15. 15 is it? 15 miles per hour. It's not a bad looking route though. And you are basically stopping at every stop between. Oh yeah, 10. Every stop between Hadfield and Piccadilly. Apart from, well, actually, we might on this run. I think this was at Fairford and Gorton, which are in between Guide Bridge and Ashbury's. Oh, and you also don't stop at Ardwick. But on this one, we might actually stop at those two, or one of those. This was sort of a rush hour service. Possibly. It would be cool if we did. It's coming into Glossop. It'd be like a really good time of day to do this as well. Just genuinely looks really nice. The sun's sort of coming up over the hills, a little bit of cloud. But this is Glossop. Now you've got quite quickly. You don't really get much time. You've got to change ends and then head the other way. Stuff about, was it 6 foot from the buffer? Basically, once you can't see the buffer, that's when you sort of stop. Don't want to stop too short of it. Just a literally inchiest bit of power. That'll do. Right, here we are. Brake step 3. Open the doors. DRA set. Headlights off. Tail lights on. GSMR off. I mean, it actually just turns itself off anyway. Yeah. Turn to free roam. Confirm. And it starts again in a few seconds. Right, key off this end. Remember to key off, it's important. There you go, right. And also put the blind down as well. So the sun's not boiling the other cab for the next driver. Yeah, this is Glossop station, Manchester Piccadilly. So we've actually got a little bit of time. Remember the last time I did this route, I was running 5 minutes late or so, so it was actually getting to Glossop, run to the other end and head back out. So we actually do get about a minute and a half, which is nice. Wait, what are you doing? My train, mate. Get out of the way. AWS back on. Vigilance on. TBWS on. Key on. Neutral. Tail lights off. And set you today headlights. GSMR is already set to Golf 43. So that's the cool little cab train. I don't think there's any other route like that. I mean, if East Coast Way ever got extended, you'd have that at Eastbourne. But yeah, I don't think there's any other routes where you sort of got to go in and then come back out. Lovely. So we're going to be calling at Dinting, Broadbottom, Hattersley, Godley, Newton for Hyde, Flowery Field, Guidebridge, okay, so we're not stopping at Fairfield or Gorton. Or Ardwick for that matter. Well, I don't think any trains stop at Ardwick. Also, another cool thing about this train, which I'll show you at some point, I'll probably end up forgetting, is there is a guard panel on here. Quick look at the route map as well. There it is. Funny route mappers. Right, off we go. Also, how much is this route in the sale? Have a little look-see as well. Do a little brake test again. Cool. Right, this route, if I can find it. Let's see, Glossop, 50% off this route. What's this normal price of this route? I think the normal price is about 20 quid for this one. I think. So yeah, this would be about £10. About a tenner. Which is pretty decent actually. Cool. As we leave it behind. Goodbye, Glossop. And we're off. I say, as we leave there, everyone going back on their seats as we speed up. But the other day, though, I sort of went forward on the train. I was going through on the Brighton Main Line, of course. And yeah, I had the first time I've ever felt an emergency brake. And just to clarify, I wasn't driving. I'm not a driver. I was just being a passenger. Yeah, and the emergency brake came on through Hawley, which was interesting. So the first time I'd felt an emergency brake on the train, and it was, you know, you probably went forward in your seat. It was pretty strong. It's cool. And I would give Rory the reason, but I don't think that. I don't think I'd be allowed to. Let's put that down. Oh, there we go. And this is Dinting. Back here again. So that's 15 minutes, that is, just for Hadfield to Dinting via Glossop. So from here it's still sort of another sort of half hour, 25 minutes. Formed of 3 coaches. Let's go right to the end of the platform. There is no stop marker, I don't think, for this one. So yeah, just to the end. It's not the longest of platforms. That's the 3. Neutral, right side, door release. Here we are. Lovely little station at Dinting. You see you have got a departure on this side. Yeah, I think that's the only one which sort of skips out. 23:56. They're quite late. Oh, I didn't show you the... No, okay, next one. There is a guard panel. Use the hill start button here. And we're off. I really hope you can hear the train. It's generally a very quiet train. I'll put it right up to max. It generally is just a quiet train. Get a nice shot of this coming out. The thumbnail material. Bit of rotation, you'll get that. Bit of photo mode action as well for you. There we go. And then we go over Dinting Viaduct. Up to 60 or so. I can't remember what the speedboard is, or if there is a speedboard. I'll probably then have the other train waiting for us on the other side. So we're in Derbyshire at the moment, and I think once we're at the next station, we'll then, just before the next station, we cross over into Greater Manchester. Speed up already. There's a speedboard for it or not. Press when it's 60 it goes to. Well, we'll go up to that. We'll steadily go up to it. Well, that's a sort of warning signal, that is, so we've got to be careful. Now we're up there. There's 60 there. But definitely wasn't 10 for that whole stretch, though. Right, out we go. 8:45. Cool. And as we're going towards Manchester, we also have to factor in the gradients, as this route is on basically just a steep hill the whole way down. So you've got to be quite careful coming into stations. Yeah. It has happened before where I think it was on one of the Christmas videos I did, where I went about half a coach past the platform at one of the ridiculously small platforms. I think it's is it Newton for Hyde? It just has like a tiny platform. I have gone past it a little bit. Lower speed limit. I feel like there's a lower speed limit coming up. 40. Yeah, there is something coming up. It's like a little bridge you cross here where the speed limit comes down. Is it 40? It's definitely not lower than that, is it? No, it is 40. So I remember snippets of this route. So I think this is the border between Derbyshire and Greater Manchester. Is it this one? There's the other train there on the way up to Hadfield. come into Broadbottom station. But maybe this is actually your first time seeing this route. As I say, it's not really one which is shown off much, or I don't know. It's just sort of, it's quite an underlooked route. Actually, it's sort of just a filler route to fill the gap. I mean, if you like your cross city 3-2-3 action, then you'll probably end up liking this. And the good thing about this route is it's the full package. It's the full end-to-end route. Like you could sit on the same train all day, which are the kind of routes I like. In fact, they are my favourite routes, where you can sort of just sit on the same train all day if you really wanted to. Anyway, this is Broadbottom. Arrived on time. I don't know if I can find it. It's a middle coach. So they have got it on here. Yeah, here. So we put the door key in. So that closes those doors. You'll see the lights go off. Of those ones, yeah, and then all clear, and then do R1, local door close, and then you then do the ding ding to the driver. Once you have interlock, there you go, and then we then do back, and off we go. Which you can actually sort of do with the AI. Sort of, like, it does work. There isn't like an official guard mode in the game, but you can sort of trick the AI into basically not being able to close the doors on a few trains actually. So yeah, officially there isn't a guard mode in the game, but it is possible. But you won't get like a buzz back in response. Was it Hattersley next? Back up to 60 it is. It still feels weird playing this version of the route. As quite a few times before this I was playing the Train Sim Classic version, where you're in absolutely horrible Class 506, which is like the worst train ever. Such a horrible train, the 506 to drive. I've probably offended a few people in the chat there, but it's just a horrible train. It's so slow. Yeah, driving the 506 in the BR Woodhead in BR Blue, which is on Train Sim Classic, probably on sale as well. You get the full line to Sheffield. This is Hattersley. So we're all on quite a steep gradient here. Right, brake step 3. Oh no, there we go. Right side door release. Probably take the T key out. The carriage key. Just doing it normally from now. The door's shut. Now the next one is going to be Godley. And just good practice, when you come to a stop you don't need to, but put your reverser to neutral. Just good practice. I suppose it was probably more for the slam door days. Like nowadays on sort of modern trains, even if you were in forward and you applied power, the train wouldn't move as you wouldn't have interlock. But I suppose in the old slammer days, you had to wait for the guard to ding ding you, and there was obviously probably no sort of proper interlock. So if the doors, doors could still be open, you could apply power by accident if you were in forward. So it's just sort of I suppose it's probably sort of an older good practice just to put it into neutral. Yeah, this is the abandoned platform, which always sort of catches me off at times. It's like it doesn't look too abandoned until sort of close up to it. I think this is the one with the tiny incy platform, which is the one where I went like overshot before. Yeah, that side's got a fairly sort of long platform, and this side's just tiny. Like even coming out of 30 is a bit too much. In fact, that platform's tiny as well. It literally just about fits in 3 coaches. There's no yellow line or anything, it's just hardly anything. Look, the CIS board is inside the waiting shelter. There's a diddy little station with a collectible I don't have as well. That needs to be gotten. You don't sit around for long here either. And we're off. There's a never collectible there as well. Can't get all of them. Can't save them all. Right, let's go. Still 60 miles per hour. Again, all the stations are fairly close to one another, so you don't want to go too quick. Don't want to get too speed happy. That's got a single yellow as well. Is it Newton for Hyde, is it? I think that might be the next one, Newton for Hyde. Then it's Flowery Field, then Guide Bridge. I think the next signal is after Flowery Field. They're quite sort of long signal sections. Yeah, if this is your first time seeing the Glossop line, what do you think? Yeah, Newton for Hyde. Is it a route you're interested in, or is it a bit sort of bit too stop-starty? Here we are, this is Newton for Hyde. Still near enough on time. I'm happy with that. Industry here as well. Again, do not wait. It's probably one of like the quickest routes for loading times. Okay. Again, that's me doing the buzzes for the guard. Okay, so the guard should buzz us twice, which on Midland Main Line, you actually do get buzzed up by the guard. And you buzz them back, which is a really cool thing. And also on Blackpool branches, these are being newer routes. Well, actually, the main line's older, but the update for that came later. But on Blackpool branch as well, you get buzzed up by the guard and you just buzz them back, which means train ready to go, train ready to start. Right, Flowery Field up next, which is the station which only opened in 1983 or 84 or 86. Yeah, it's a fairly newer station. But one thing I don't think this game does replicate is how overgrown this line is in real life. But there's quite a lot of sort of the photos you have of this line, sort of within the 4 foot, within the 6 foot, within the cess. It's very sort of overgrown, which is sort of quite sort of nice in a way. I'll give you a little lesson in a minute, so you're probably thinking, what on earth's a 4 foot? Here we are, right, rest 3, left side door release. So the cess is here. Cess is basically, I mean, cess, wee, poo, would have gone out the toilets onto the side here. 4 foot in the middle, 6 foot here, 4 foot cess. There you go, there's your little PTS lesson. Right, so we still were under a single yellow, we've got to remember that, so the next signal could be red. It's unlikely, but it could be. So we've got to keep an eye out for that. And you've got North Hyde or Hyde North station, which comes up on the left as well, which we don't stop at, we just sort of go past it. And the speed drops down to 40 or 45 through Guide Bridge. We'll stop in there anyway. Yeah, green light. So we'll speed that up. And then you've got Hyde North or North Hyde station there on the left. Speed up a little bit. Or 45 through Guide Bridge. Find out soon enough. So now we actually sort of, in a way, we're sort of like a faster service now. Only stopping at Guide Bridge, Ashbury's, and then Picadilly. So we skip out Fairfield, or Fairford, Gorton, and Ardwick. Like 40 through Guide Bridge. By going off that sign there. Do love a good warning board. Helps you out quite a bit. Or more pef board. Cool. And there's also a couple, there's a few layers for this route. There's a steam rail tour. There's an East Midlands train service if you have Midland Main Line. There's also a freight service, and that's for South Eastern High Speed if you own that. There's various extra bits you can get on this route. Talk about a shed, there's a shed there. Which make it a little bit busier, as otherwise it just is the 323. Alright, yeah, right to the end here as well. There we go. I love these types of gates here. We got one at our station, and they're just sort of like, you just walk round them. Like, there is absolutely no, obviously you shouldn't be at this end of the platform, but I mean they're sort of, I suppose, meant to stop people from getting past, but then you just walk round. Funny old gates. Right, next station stop is Ashbury's. So yeah, starting at 40 and up to 60. And It stays at 60, I think, basically all the way to Ashbury's, I think. I suppose we should get some outside audio. Even try and get a flyby shot. But yeah, let's get a flyby shot. I think we've all learned it. It's quite hard to get flyby shots on this route, apart from in this one section here. A little flyby shot for you. There's the next train up. So it must have got 3 trains running the circuit. So it's a half-hourly service. Feels quick enough though at 60, it's like not slow or fast really. It feels fairly alright in this train to be going at this speed. Let's get a little shot going through here. This being Fairfield, this one. Where did I get Fairfield from? Fairfield and Gorton. That was a nice shot. That was a good shot. That literally sounded like a perfect time of day as well. Love it. And yeah, so you might be watching. Who's this guy? Yeah, I'm British Ace on YouTube. That's everything I do is YouTube. And my sort of real world railway experience comes from being platform staff, train dispatcher in the southeast of England, which I've been doing for almost a year now already, which is crazy. Gone really quick. So yeah, that's my sort of real world railway experience. So yeah, platform staff, train dispatcher, for almost a year now. And the next step really, what I'm sort of aiming for is OBS, onboard supervisor. Should be really cool. Bit of freight there. So as I said though, it's not just the 323 on this route. But of course, yeah, you do have to have the other DLC for that. Now we're coming up to, what's this junction called? Something Bell Junction? Bell? No, we're coming up to this one. And we're not too far off Ashbury's after. What it's called. Right. This is Ashbury Station. There's a stop marker for this one as well. Yeah, there is. Here we are. This is Ashbury's. Won't sit here for long. We're still on time, which is like a first one. Whenever I play this route, I'm late. So we're doing quite well on this service. Not to be late. And yeah, next up is Manchester Picadilly, which we're due in, hang on, 10 minutes. Let's say, hopefully it won't take us 10 minutes to get in there. That's quite a bit of time, isn't it? 10 minutes. I doubt it will take us 10 minutes to get there. I mean, the way it does say 54, but maybe we will have a there you go, some sort of route indicator. AW, what's that? Ardwick something. Maybe we will get stopped outside of Manchester Piccadilly, awaiting our platform or something. Hopefully not. Yeah, you got the Ardwick train maintenance depot coming up on the right, which I think is where Transpennine Express. I think they've got their big depot there. I think, yeah, remember there was a TV programme, 2020, like all aboard Transpennine Express. I think it was sort of all based around sort of Ardwick. Or sort of, that was one of the focus points. And yeah, Ardwick Station, which is, I mean, no train stop there, I don't think. So they do in real life, but I don't think we have the trains that stop there in real life. Oh, 35, and it'll come down again. This is sort of now the throat into Manchester Piccadilly. Does mean we are now approaching journey's end, but hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. It's been really nice being back on this route. It's just nice sort of coming back on here every now and again, and yeah, maybe it has been your first time seeing it. Yeah, layers for this. Yeah, Midland Main Line, I think, for the 158. I think South Eastern High Speed to get some freight services, and also Great Western Express for sort of the red, what are they, FKAs? Are they FKAs? What else? Oh yeah, no, I think it's either Peak Forest or Spirit of Steam to get the steam rail tours. Platform 2. There's another service called a 6 coach. That's not a Glossop line service, that's, yeah, they're going somewhere else. But yeah, these units, I believe, do just sit on here all day. Yeah, it's Manchester Piccadilly, so it's not completely dead Piccadilly. Obviously in real life, oh, look at that. Oh, brilliant, look, coming in at the same time. Obviously in real life, there would be a lot more, you know, Pendolinos and all sorts here. But it's not completely dead. There are still, trains running about. That's quite cool, having the coming in at the same time. They'll probably stop before us. Here we are. Welcome to Manchester Piccadilly. Always an impressive station to come into, and one we just don't come into enough. I just don't play this line too much. Lovely station, mate. Well, I don't they get in before us. They would just slam the emergency brakes on just before the buffers. So we don't want to be doing. I want to be slightly more sensible as opposed to the AI. Nice and steady. That'll do. Right. Left side door release. DRA on. Headlights off. Tail lights on. There we go. That's off. Key out. Come on, that was literally a perfect service. Perfect. Right, return to free roam. This one goes back out in 11 minutes. It's not too bad. But yeah, that is going to be it for me here at Manchester Piccadilly. Glorious station. Thanks to Dovetail for allowing us to come on again and show off the Glossop line. Which yeah, maybe it is the first time you've seen it. If it is, well, now you've seen it, great. And yeah, I believe the route is, looking at my details, 50% off. Should still be 50%. Yeah, have a look at the store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. Big thanks to Dovetail again. Yeah, I'm going to sign off there. Thanks all for coming in. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm sure there'll be another ambassador or something on after this. Actually, there might not be, but there might be. I don't know. See you all and take care. That's it from me. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.